Morning, everyone. We're going to call our meeting to order. It is July 18th, 9 a.m. And I would like to ask Commissioner Schutte, would you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, let's move on to item number 3, roll call.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
I'm here.
Commissioner District 2, Kevin Schutte.
Here.
Commissioner District 3, Sharon Trask.
I'm here. Move on to item number 4, correspondence and organizational business. Do we have any correspondence?
The Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in the following: a notice of cannabis license application for Deepwell Farms and license renewal information for both liquor and cannabis license holders. And the Economic Development Council sent in the 2023 Quarter 2 report.
Great, thank you. And we have a news release, the 2023 County Road Chip Seal and Restriping Projects.
It's that time of year again. Mason County Public Works would like to notify motorists that our annual county and chip sealing or road resurfacing and restriping projects will be in progress during the months of July and August, weather permitting. So far, weather's good. This year's chip seal program, completed by county forces, will cover approximately 12.5 miles of road throughout Mason County and another 4.5 miles of county-maintained gravel road conversions to chip seal. Most county roads are restriped every year to improve nighttime visibility of pavement markings. First round of striping will begin the end of July, and a second round will start in August to finish the newly chip-sealed roads. This year, Stripe Right Incorporated out of Sumner, Washington, has been contracted to complete the restriping project. Motorists are advised to expect delays, use caution while driving through the work site, and not to drive across painted lines. It happens every year. The County Sheriff's Department will be providing added traffic safety during these projects. The county appreciates motorists taking extra care while this road work is in progress. More information on the chip seal and restriping process, along with a list of county roads, can be found on the county website at www.mason.wa.us under Public Works, or call the Public Works Department at 360-427-9670, extension 450. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on to item number 5. This is the time we set aside for citizen input. We have a 15-minute max, 3 minutes per person. And do we have anyone in the room that would like to speak about anything that's not on the agenda? None in the room. How about in the Zoom room? All right, not seeing anyone. Well then, that was quick and easy. Let's move on to item number 6, adoption of the agenda.
Madam Chair, I move for adoption of the agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. And moving on to item number 7, we do not have any minutes to approve, so that, man, we're just zooming. Let's move on to item number 8, approval of the action agenda. Commissioners will read each item on the action agenda. Each item can be removed for either a separate discussion or vote. Commissioner Schutte, could you take items 8.1 through 8.7? Commissioner Netherland, 8.8 through 8.15. I will take 8.16 through 8.22.
Madam Chair, item 8.1, approval of warrants and treasurer electronic remittances. Claims clearing fund warrant numbers 8097307 through 8097847 in the amount of $1,615,100.44. Direct deposit fund warrant numbers 98012 through 98420 in the amount of $845,658.66. Salary Clearing Fund warrant numbers 7007471 through 7007507 in the amount of $1,127,515.79. And Treasurer Electronic Remittance in the amount of $737,063.54. Item 8.2, approval for the county administrator to sign the agreement with Corrections Technology Group to replace and expand the jail camera and video system for the net price of $286,427. Item 8.3, approval of the revised 2024 budget rates for information technology from $1,230,000 to $1,300,000 for Munis cloud storage and network switches. Item 8.4, approval for the chair to sign the 10-year lease agreement with North Mason Fire Authority for the building located at 490 Northeast Old Belfair Highway to relocate certain county services for $2,000 a month. Item 8.5, approval to set a public hearing for Tuesday, August 15th, 2023 at 9:15 a.m. to consider amendments to Title 16, Plats and Subdivisions, and Title 17 zoning relating to road standards and overall language cleanup. Item 8.6 has been stricken. Item 8.7, approval of the letter of support for the Mason County 2025-2045 Comprehensive Plan periodic update to the Washington State Department of Commerce.
Madam Chair, item number 8.8 reads approval for the Public Works Director to sign the latecomer agreement between Harbor Custom and Mason County. It's Harbor Custom Homes. Item number 8.9, approval to sign a letter of concurrence with Lewis County's appointment of Brian Middage to the Timberland Regional Library Board of Trustees to fill an unexpired 7-year term, which will expire December 31st, 2029. Item number 8.10, approval of the resolution adopting Mason County imaging and destruction of paper records, scan and toss policy. Item number 8.11, approval for the Parks and Trails Director to apply for the Recreation and Conservation Office RCO 2023 Local Parks Maintenance Grant to resurface Latimer's Landing parking lot and boat launch for the estimated cost of $26,476. Item number 8.12, approval for the chair to sign the Blake reimbursement agreement with Washington State Administrative Office of the Courts, AOC. Item number 8.13, approval of the revised Department of Social and Health Services, DSHS, General Terms and Conditions, GTC, removing certain COVID-19 obligations and it says and will June 30th, 2029. I think it will expire. Item number 8.14, approval of the letter to support for Public Utility District Number 1 Community Wildfire Defense Grant Program application to do a comprehensive vegetation management (VM) project to clear vegetation fuels within their easements, land, and to procure the highline truck and equipment needed to maintain cleared easements moving forward. Item number 8.15, approval of the letter of support for Public Utility District Number 1 Office of Clean Energy Demonstrations ACED funding request for the Highway 106 distribution line rebuilt and an intertie project.
Item 8.16, approval of the Public Health Consolidated Grant Concon Amendment Number 13 to add and amend certain statements of work and to increase the allocation by $1,378,486 for a revised maximum consideration of $5,341,192. Item 8.17, approval of the resolution replacing resolution number 2020-40 adopting the updated real property and right-of-way acquisition procedures for public works projects. Item 8.18, approval to appoint Susan Rachel Hansen as a spender to the Mason County Lodging Tax Advisory Committee for a 2-year term expiring May 31st, 2025. Item 8.19, approval of the memorandum of understanding with Woodworkers Local Lodge W38 IAM Corrections Support Staff to update the 2022-2024 collective bargaining unit language in Article 11, hours of labor. Item 8.20, approval of the fiscal year 24 through 25 Consolidated Homeless Grant, CHG, and subcontracts with Crossroads Housing, Turning Point Survivor Advocacy, Youth Connection, Community Lifeline, and Coyote Communities. Item 8.21, approval of the fiscal year 24 Emergency Housing Fund contract in the amount of $884,950. Item 8.22, approval to reschedule the public hearing from Tuesday, August 1st, 2023 at 9:15 to July 31st, 2023 at 9 a.m. for review and consideration of the submitted responses to the request for proposals for the solid waste long-haul transport and disposal, and approval to potentially take action to award the contract. Okay, Commissioners, having read through the action agenda, are there any items that you would like to have removed for separate discussion or vote?
Not for me.
Me, yes.
All right. Anyone in the room want anything removed for separate discussion or vote? How about in the Zoom room? All right.
Madam Chair, I move approval of today's action agenda as read.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the action agenda as read. All in favor of any discussion, comment?
Not for me.
No? Okay. I'll call for the vote then. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. All right, let's move on to item number 9, other businesses. Do we have any department heads or elected officials that would like to make any comments? No? Okay. Well, let's see, it is 9:16, so we can move on to item number 10. We do have a public hearing. This public hearing is to consider approval of the 24 open space applications to the recommendations of the county assessor, and ask Diane to come forward.
Good morning. Diane Zorn, Central Operations. So as stated, you have a public hearing today to consider the 2022 open space applications. So they applied the last year. You have 24 of them. They've been reviewed by the county assessor. She's recommending approval of all of them. Some of them do have some conditions, but she's recommending approval for all.
All right. Do we have any questions for staff?
Not for me.
No? Okay. Anyone in the room have questions for staff? Anyone in the Zoom room? All right. All right, just saw somebody connect to audio. All right. I guess we have nothing for you, Diane.
Good.
I was kind of hoping they'd ask at least one question. I was looking for something that I could ask.
Are you having an awesome day?
Yes, with no questions, I am.
There you go. There's
We
your
will
questions.
We will have the 24 agreements for you to sign too.
Can't wait.
24. That's exciting.
Yes.
All right, now we will, we have nothing, we'll go ahead and let you sit down, and we will take any testimony, if there's any testimony from anyone. Anyone? Anyone? Anyone in the Zoom room? All right. Well,
Madam Chair, I move for approval of all 24 of the open space applications as recommended by the county assessor.
Second?
all right, we have a motion and a second to approve all the 24 open space applications as recommended by the county assessor. Any discussion?
Just a word of thanks to Diane. This is a good opportunity for our office to work with the assessor's office on putting these together annually, and we often don't think about it until this time each year, but there's a lot of work that goes into it, so appreciate Diane, and I appreciate I see Sierra's on the Zoom as well. So Sierra and Patty, our assessor, work hard to make recommendations on these, and it's always a smooth process because of your hard work, so thank you.
All right. Well, I agree. So let's go ahead and call for the vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Oh, I love when public hearings are painless.
Don't get used to it.
I know, I should not have said that. All right, let's move on to item number 11, board calendars and reports. I'll ask Commissioner Shady to go first, Commissioner Netherland, and then I'll follow.
Yeah, thank you. Get on the right day here. So following our meeting today, I'll be at the ribbon cutting or grand opening for the Veterans Village. And then have Mason Transit in the afternoon, Thurston Mason BHASO Governance Board meeting, briefings, have a meeting, have our Board of Health meeting, MaceCom Supervisors meeting, and then the Mason County Behavioral Health Coalition back for briefings. I had a lot get canceled, so I'll probably, hopefully probably have some updates next Monday as those get added back in. Dog days of summer.
Okay, and for me, last couple of weeks, has been a few things happening. We had the ACA meeting, we had the Allen Days and Dewey Duck Festival, which was absolutely wonderful. It was pretty hot, and it was not as well attended as normal compared to what I've always seen in the past, but it was still spectacular. They were packed, they did well, they had more vendors, and always nice to get a chance to talk to everybody. But I'm gonna learn one of these days not to go to this right in the front door because there's a crossroads of where everything comes together. I spent 2 hours there before I finally got to go around. I went around the backside to be able to go say hi to everybody. It's tough. I love my community, but that one makes it a little tougher when you're stuck right there at that crossroads. Won't do that again. Let's see, Rotary meetings, Russellwood. I attended a meeting with Russellwood with our staff, and they did a wonderful job in communicating with the community there, and I look forward to our next meetings with them to look at the different options we have for how we will be doing the billing in regards to the water system and sewer there in the future. Law Enforcement Firefighters Board, Mason County Housing Authority, Audit Committee, Olympic Regional Clean Air Authority. I met with the developer in regards to a large piece of land that is for sale downtown Belfair. Another Rotary meeting, Union City installation. I attended the memorial of our employee, Richard White. It was very touching where the board had agreed to do the sign and the dedication of a tree, and it was very wonderful. And the family was very, very, very much appreciated. And again, I want to give a special thanks to Diane Zorn. We got to remember that when we lose people, not is it just their family, but sometimes it's their work family that is affected. And Diane Zorn went down in the middle of all that when they were starting to even get angry about how it was handled, and literally changed all their minds and handled it in such a professional manner that they all came up to me to let me know how much they appreciated her heart and her understanding of what they were going through, and that literally she's a great representation of how it should be handled in our community. So thank you again for that, Dan. I said it 2 times because if you'd have seen their eyes when they were expressing it to me, you'd have understood. They meant it a lot. Sorry, I get emotional on that. Like I said, if you'd have seen their eyes. And then I've been meeting also with HUD. Next up, we have Audit Committee meeting. Veteran Village grand opening, Mason Transit Authority meeting, Risk Pool, Mason County Housing Authority, North Mason Chamber of Commerce, housing meeting up with HUD, another Rotary meeting, Board of Health meeting, North Mason Community Voice, Peninsula Regional Transportation meeting. The Salmon Center is having their annual meeting, Shelton Cemetery. I will be attending the crab function. You guys have crab? It sounds like, sorry guys, County Road Administration Board meeting. We're not just having crab in Bremerton. They're having a function that's going on. And I also will be attending 3 days of Risk Pool meetings in Spokane. So I'll be handling some of these meetings while I'm there. Then come back and we do it all over again.
Maybe Skippy. All right, so I think all 3 of us will be at the grand opening for the Veterans Village today. I have a Community Action Council meeting. We have Mason Transit today. LTAC meeting tomorrow. Public Works Board Executive Committee meeting. And then I'll be taking off for the weekend. But I want to remind everybody that this weekend is the Bite of Shelton and the expo. So make sure you get downtown and eat lots of food and say hello to the people in the booths. So it'll be fun. back for briefings on Monday, Wasac Virtual Assembly, Mason County Republican meeting on Monday night, meeting with staff on Tuesday, and then Turning Point is having their remodel grand opening of the kitchen. So if you have not seen how amazing it looks, please stop by and see it, because it just, and this is for our clients, and it's just pretty darn cool. So I want to thank the state and for everybody else that donated to that wonderful, amazing. If you'd have seen it before, nah, man, it's pretty cool now. Board of Health meeting, a SWAC meeting. We have the Shelton Summer Lunch Club on Wednesday. It's kind of fun because we go to different parks, and so it's you should join us. It's fun.
Everything's off the record, though.
Everything is on the record. Right. Leave the camera. Just bring your lunch in a chair. Turning Point board meeting. Public Works, again, every Thursday we have a Public Works Board Executive Committee meeting. I have a Pack Mountain preliminary budget adoption meeting. Sheriff's breakfast on Friday the 28th. What's that? And we're back here for our briefings and virtual assembly. Also want to wish my son-in-law a happy birthday on Sunday the 30th. And then we're back for our commission meetings.
We both may be at the sheriff's breakfast.
Yeah,
Just make
it's gonna
note.
be a pretty cool one. All right. I think that's it for the day.
Madam Chair, I move we adjourn.
Second.
All right, motion and a second. We're adjourned.